Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the ABS Show, coming straight to you from New York City. We are your hosts of the ABS Show, the best show in the entire world. If it's your very first time watching us, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And right after the show, you can go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS Show. Don't forget to like and share as well. And you can also follow us. We're on Instagram too, okay? Throughout the entire show, you can join in by commenting below. Hi everyone.
Hi.
So we're going to start with Marks today.
Oh,
let's bring it.
Okay.
Tell me what the tea is.
So a school in a Ajegunle remote part of Lagos has begun receiving waste plastic bottles as payment for tuition fee.
You're kidding.
Right. Welcome in development time.
Is it?
Yeah, I love it. So tell us more about it.
Okay, so an agreement has been reached between parents of students of Morit International School, Ajegunle, Lagos, and the school management to pay their tuition fees with waste plastic bottles. This became possible after the school adopted the Recycle Pay Education Project, an initiative of African Cleanup Initiative, an environmental, non-governmental organizational in Lagos. So the school management embraced the initiative to ease burden of parents finding it hard to pay their tuition.
I think this is great.
Amazing.
I think this is
very cutting edge. Very cutting edge. Very cutting edge.
I think this is great.
I love it because this is whoever works with the recycle company that brought this idea really is should be promoted, and you know, this is helping to alleviate poverty in that area, and you know, I like the way they linked it up with environmental sanitation as well, because when you go to Ajegunle, it's nothing to write home about. You know, I've been there, you know, for like a drive, something like what you do, and it was really like I couldn't wait to get out of there. So I like this, and it's a welcome development.
Of course it is. I just imagine how it's a very good development, but I don't know with Lagos and Nigeria, when things like this want to happen on the right side, people begin to take advantage of the opportunities. Now these LASMA, or what they call them, Loma, the people who clean up waste management team. So now, after this development kicks off and they find out that these kids and these families need these things to recycle for school fees, they might start selling them to them.
Well, I hope not. I hope
because knowing fully well that these people want to go pick the waste bottles and everything for free, the lawman might begin to stop them from doing it naturally, and they have them go through them to get these waste bottles.
Well, recently, the government, the Nigerian Lagos government, actually they introduced this thing called the extended producer's responsibility, where companies that use like plastic bottles and stuff, they're the ones that have to figure out where the end life of that product gets to. So you buy Coke, for instance, you drink the content. They are the ones that have to figure out what happens to the plastic bottle. So what they do now is that they outsource recycle companies like Recycle Points and Recycles to get those plastics, and then they take it to Lafarge, which is a cement company.
Yeah, Lafarge.
And those ones will melt it and turn it into diesel, into fuel, so they don't have to buy diesel to run their plants. So you see that it's not like it's not like it doesn't have there's
already a plan for it.
Yeah, plus it's in motion. Now, because of the cost of it, I find that it's a very, very wonderful idea. There's an analysis that was done by a man in a group that I'm in. It's called Achievers. It's an Achievers group. His name is Adewale Taiwo. He said that a ton of plastic bottles is 32,000 naira.
Wow.
A ton of pure water nylon is 20,000 naira. Wow. And a ton of metal, all these aluminum metals is about 200,000 naira.
Yes.
Even the cartons, they also have a price, 55,000 naira.
Yes.
So
you mean those cartons people throw everywhere?
So having an idea of how much these things actually cost, we now come to the realization that we've been sitting on money all this while.
Yes.
Right.
You call an aboki, these people that do kole in Lagos that take trash, illegal, the informal way of taking out trash, will come to your house. You pay them 20 naira to take your trash for you. They will now take the trash to the illegal dump sites, sort out all the plastic, the bottles and everything. Take those ones and now go and dump at the recycle centers and get paid for it. So and the money that they're getting is not even taxed. So this person that you consider as a poor man, imagine if he goes to 100 houses at 200 naira a pop, and then consider the amount he's going to make from the rubbish that he's gotten already. So it's a good idea that they have put this into motion where you can actually turn in plastic for your school
tuition
fees.
fees.
Yeah,
I think I'm paying my batter back again.
I think
like
it's
that.
great, and we all went to school and we know the importance of recycling.
Absolutely.
The issue is do we do it? I remember when I was in Ghana, I used to do koliba. I don't actually go and do koliba, but when I hear, I think it's the koli like you just said. When the koliba people come in, you know, I give them the bottles, the empty bottles, and then they pay me. Right, and then they pay me, so they buy my trash, they buy my stuff. Now that I'm here, it's hard for me to recycle because I'm always on the go, and you know, I throw it here, I throw it there, and it's actually a law sometimes when you live in a house, in certain neighborhoods, you have to recycle. So they have these blue bins and they have a green bin, so you have to.
And you have the brown one for food.
And you have the brown one for food. So I think this is great. They should utilize this, and it's going to create other jobs as well. People will start doing more koliba and going around looking for plastic bottles. Not only is it going to help them pay for school fees, it's also going to help the environment as well. Because there's less plastic everywhere, it's not going to pollute our oceans. So I think this is amazing, actually. This is great.
I just pray to let them keep taking it for free.
It definitely empowers.
Right after you, we have to move on.
It empowers the parents to definitely make sure that their area is clean, number one, because you're going to go pick up those bottles. You're going to pick up the trash to make sure that you're getting it. And also it teaches the young ones that these things are recyclable. Because sometimes you don't learn that you should throw things and put things away and sort them. So they're helping in the sorting, I'm sure, and they're helping with the dropping off. It's a wonderful idea.
Please, let me say something very important as well. We should not also forget that these schools who have really keyed into this initiative as well, they need to be properly funded right now because they're not receiving tuition fees in money, so they need to be properly funded. Organizations,
but they are receiving money though,
because they know what they're doing with the plastics. They're taking them to the recycle centers and getting money in return.
Exactly.
But that shouldn't stop other people if they want to fund the school. They can still go ahead and do that. Timani, we're going to move on to you. What's the next topic?
The next topic is a disaster. Last week, Monday, there was a fire outbreak at the Imo airports. Imo State's national, whether it's national and international, I don't even know, the airports. And people stampede towards a hill of safety. And the first thing the people could say was, Jesus, 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 Jesus. That's all they were saying. Instead of calling the fire department. And then they called the fire department took forever to get there.
Of course not.
As usual. So I don't really know what is happening in Nigeria with the fire department, the health and healthcare system. It's terrible. And there has been several accidents in that region of Imo State on the express. Recently, a friend of ours, his uncle was traveling. A friend of ours called Emeka, his uncle was traveling, and the uncle actually had an accident on his way. And the fire, what they call it, the emergency service care unit took hours to get there, and the man actually died. He didn't make it. But that's the side of the story. So the major story here is the Imo State airport was on fire, and the fire department were nowhere to be found.
This is my question, please. It's an airport, right? Whether local or international. They're mandated to have a fire service on site. So what happened to the fire service?
Well, I mean, I don't know. If I knew you were going to ask me, I would have gone to find out.
Considering
No, this is it. I mean, go ahead.
Considering who the governor was, governor of Imo State, I mean, all the money that he took, all the money that was allocated to the FAA department sector, what happened? They're supposed to have firefighters, you're supposed to have a fire department. Every airport is a mandatory requirement at an airport. So how is that you don't have one to the point where you have to call for support from outside, and that one took hours to get there, and I'm pretty sure they got there, there was no water.
And when you have the fire department, this is not the one that you have it miles away. You have it right there at the airport. You know, all those are right there at the airport. So just in case of emergencies, they can respond.
But with the list of news that we've always had, we've understood that in Africa, first responders seem to be not something that they're not putting money into. They're not investing in first responders, and first responders are what really are going to save people's lives. What are going to save infrastructures to stand up. Why aren't we investing? What is going on with the federal allocated funds? That's the big question.
Somebody's eating it.
What is happening with the federal allocated funds to make sure that we are putting these systems in place to make sure that these things are not happening?
Even the police. You call the police, oh, there's a robbery somewhere, whatever. Nobody shows up.
Okay, so since we know all of this, since we know as Africans that we cannot depend on the first responders, we cannot rely on them. Now my question is, what started the fire?
They said unknown source.
No, I'm not accepting that unknown source. They can sit on that unknown source and rotate. I'm not accepting that. No, they can't. I'm not accepting. No, seriously. Because they are careless. in our African country. Sometimes the way the fire starts, like the Kalakala woman will be selling buffalo on the
wrong spot.
and then there's fire. They're using gas. It's like careless. So since we know that we cannot rely on those first responders, we have to be careful. We have to be careful about this thing.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that it's an airport. I mean, you have a lot of people going in and out of this place. You have airlines. And mind you, airline fuel is
combustible.
So you definitely have to have safety measures in place. In the case like this where people were running, it happened in the arrival area where people were able to run. So what about something like Muritala Mohammed Airport? Imagine what the old one looked like. Imagine people trying to run out of that one. Where are you running to? We all born here.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
This is one of the reasons why I support privatization. If you cannot handle a lot of things as a government,
outsource
it. Privatize all these entities, bring in expatriates, bring in different people.
Why can't we handle it though? Why do we have to privatize?
Because
this is falling asleep on the job. Makes no sense that we are putting people into office that are supposed to make sure these basic things are taken care of. This literally could have been a big disaster.
America's working because
it all boils down to corruption because every allocation that has gone into sectors were the allocations of 1960. I wouldn't be surprised if the fire extinguishers at that airport were the ones they placed there in 1960. They're not functioning anymore. But every government official that comes in, year out, when they make new allocations, they don't put the money in the right place. They put it in their pockets.
Who are in charge of looking at this fire, how this fire started? Because in America, they can actually find out how the fire started. They can investigate it. They can go in and clear some things out and tell you how the fire started.
The video camera is not working, I'm sure.
So what happened at whole international airport?
In America here, privatization is working. The electricity, the airport, the bus stop, the trains, everything is all privatized.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah, so
you know why it's not going to work? Because if they have to outsource it, whatever company they outsource it to will require for them to get paid.
Yes.
And that money is the reason why they don't want to. That's the reason why we have all these flaws already. They don't want to pay. The money is already gone to someone's account. It's gone to some child who's one of their unborn children's name up in the foreign account.
Do you guys also know that sometimes these leaders also start their own fire to get insurance? I'm just letting you know. Because even in Ghana, I'm hearing allegedly that these markets people be setting up, set the market on fire so they can get money back. It happens. So I'm just putting that out there as well. We're going to move on to the next topic, okay? So an activist, Olumide, that's his name, calls out actor Gideon Okeke. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Gideon Okeke.
Gideon Okeke for condemning same-sex marriage between designer Marc Jacobs and his partner. That this happened this past week. So Gideon Okeke shared a controversial post on his Instagram page. He openly condemned the gay marriage between Marc Jacobs and his partner. He had a lot of attack. People were attacking him to the point where he deactivated his comment section. So now if you go on his page, you could see the post, but then you can't even comment. Because I went on there to go off on him, and then, it was I went to go troll.
You have a trolling account?
Yeah, but the thing is, why come to the kitchen?
My question to you is, that's his belief, right? He believes in the Bible. Was he right by doing that?
But what's his business and what somebody else is doing in their own bedroom? Are they paying your bills? Are these people, are they even related to you? This is Marc Jacobs. He doesn't even know who you are in the scheme of things. So why is it his business to go online and be nasty to incite hate? Because this incites hate for people that are on the ground, community members that are gay or bisexual, to get attacked for who they are.
So I don't think it was even Marc Jacobs. He was using his platform to spill hate.
Understand that, but I'm just saying, overall, what is your business with talking about what somebody else is doing in their own space? If they're not paying your bills, they're not related to you.
Would you just say that maybe he was just saying what the Bible is saying?
But is he a pastor? Is he a pastor?
Is he a clergy?
He can only be a pastor. I want to hear from you, though.
The thing is, we know where Christianity and other religions stands on this matter. It was years ago when people would publicly come and say, oh, no, this, that. But I feel like we've really gone so much into time right now that whatever or however you you feel about it. This is not even a matter of morals. It's a matter of choice. If you're so invested in yourself, putting all those energies, minding your business, I don't think what somebody else is doing with their life should bother you. I don't think you should be bothered by that. So if we know what the views and various views stand on this subject. Can you just think it in your head and let it stay right there?
You know, it's incredible.
Smart.
Timani, let me
That's smart.
Yeah.
My own is, why come to the kitchen if you can't stand the heat? You came to your platform and condemned particular people's way of life. Now they are bashing you on your platform. You're silencing them by locking the comment section. If you believe strongly in this,
you open the floor for conversation.
You open the floor for conversation because you are entitled to your opinion as a person. Back up your opinion. Respond to everybody, even the people that are bashing on your page. Tell them why you think this is wrong. Prove yourself right, and if it makes sense, they will listen. So let people have their own opinion, but like my brother said, keep it in your head.
A lot of people have made themselves. A lot of people have made themselves moral police, especially with the boom of the internet,
Very
social media
judgmental.
platform. People just take it upon themselves to be judge, jury, and what's the last part of it? To condemn people. Thank you, judge, jury, and executioner. They will judge you for being gay or being fat or being skinny or being black or whatever it is. They would also tell you this is what you should do. They're doctors as well. This is what you should do, and they're also psychologists as well.
Self-appointed.
They just come online
It's
and
a self-appointed.
I'm telling you, self-proclaimed. They'll just tell you because they feel like they can type. Bring that same energy. That same energy that you
who's
have.
the activist, raises awareness for LGBT community. So shout out to him for doing that. With this guy, Gideon Okeke, allegedly he's on the DL.
Yes, and he went for a gay role.
He went for a gay role. And there are a lot of people like that. They are gay for pay.
Yes.
So they only support gay people when it's beneficial to them.
Exactly.
Listen, if you have this energy about gay people, you don't want to have the same right as you, and you don't agree with their lifestyle, then I'm gonna need you to not benefit from them. Because these are a list of gay designers: Tom Ford, Christian Dior, Versace, Calvin Klein, Michael Kors.
Yeah.
You wear those clothes, right? You support them. You use an iPhone. The man was allegedly gay. So if you're saying that you don't support gay people, I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy.
Don't buy any of that gay stuff. Don't buy any
Keep that same
that gay
energy.
stuff.
But you want to be gay for pay. You want to be gay on the low. You want to support gay when it's beneficial to you.
I didn't even know that he had a role like that. I didn't even know that
he was begging for a role, but he didn't get it.
Gay role, didn't get it.
He was begging for a gay role, but he didn't
If
get
you
it.
bring this issue to someone who's a Christian, they were quick to go to the Bible and quote part of
Yeah,
the
but
Bible.
not everybody is a Christian.
Wait,
So
let me finish.
what are you saying
Wait,
here?
let me finish. They're quick to go to the Bible and quote part of the Bible where it's condemned for you to be with same sex. But the same Bible says in Matthew 7
You
verse
better
1
quote it.
that you should judge so that you should not be judged.
Judge not.
I don't care what it is you're doing. Let me do me.
Mm-hmm.
The first rule of the Bible, the first thing that the Bible preached from beginning to end is that's one thing that did not change.
Mm-hmm.
It's to love your neighbor as yourself. Love is the number one preaching. So if I love you, I shouldn't condemn you.
They skip that quotation.
No, they would always.
They will skip that quotation.
So if I love you, I should let you do you. Your happiness is ultimate to you. I shouldn't. It shouldn't concern me how you live your life, what you do behind closed door, or even what you do in open. That's your business.
Yeah.
Are you breaking the laws that we set in place? No, you're not. So what's my own business then?
And also, whatever religion that you're practicing, whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, whatever, and you want to go by the books, good for you. Let people lead.
Don't
you
impose on other
can preach
people.
whatever you want to preach, but then when you get to the point of condemning somebody, oh, you are doing you're going to jail, you're going to hell, you said that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
Since you're quoting the Bible, did you read the part of the Bible where it said you shouldn't eat shrimps, you shouldn't shave your beard, you shouldn't wear two different fabrics together? And if that's the case, co-hosts, we are all going to hell. Because you do shave your beard and you do eat shrimp, and if you eat chicken, there's shrimp in there. If you use Maggi, they use shrimp. So it's like,
that's true.
It's like, come on.
That's true.
God,
I saw your comments though. I saw your comments though.
Oh, you did? On Instablog, I commented.
On Instablog, yeah.
Yeah.
I said on Instablog,
You
yeah.
saw that comment, you should have liked it and backed me up. Don't come here like I saw your comment. Liked it,
I will
backed
do
me
that.
up.
I will next time.
Thank you very much.
I will
So,
next
I
time.
put a thumbs up.
I will next time. Don't worry.
yeah, the hypocrisy of it all, right?
Yes.
And I just have a quick note for girls out there, and even some of these guys. usually when a guy is very strong against
it,
gay people,
he gets down.
It is because there is
down.
something about them that makes them uncomfortable.
He gets down.
You need to check.
They get a
that.
reflection. Something.
He's down with a swirl.
No, maybe he's not down, but he has it in him.
Timothy, he's down.
He's down.
Allegedly.
I don't know him.
Allegedly, he would only say allegedly.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic, Miss Spitfire.
Enough is enough.
Hey.
As the military has seized power from the current Sudan president.
Hey!
Finally.
Yes, shout out to Sudan.
Finally.
Mr. Man, in the name of
President Omar el-Bashir.
Thank you, because you know I can't pronounce that one. Thank you. President Omar el-Bashir has been overthrown, ousted.
Good riddance.
Finally,
to bad rubbish.
My dear, this man has been in office for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Since 1989. The second Sudanese war happened during his reign. All the way to 2005. My guy was still on his seat. But finally, they've ousted him.
Thank God.
What do you guys think about this?
And what is
it's a welcome development.
grandfathering of what is this grandfathering of that you have to stay in office till you die? I don't understand this mentality, Africa. You need to change it because this happens with so many African countries.
Yeah.
Why do you not want to leave office? Do you not have nowhere to go? Do you not want to go on vacation? Do you not want to live your life? Why do you have to be in office for 500 years? It
Yes.
doesn't make any sense. Buhari, you too.
And also, I feel like, because we have interference from the Western world in some countries in Africa when it comes to things that they benefit. Western world, whatever it is, these are the places that you need to intervene when presidents sit on that throne for almost a lifetime, and not just even on a clean record. He has war
Not on a
crimes.
clean record.
War crimes.
Not even on a clean record. He has
Terrorist
just a lot of war crimes,
records.
everything, and yet the Western world hasn't even done anything to help.
They don't care.
But when it comes to
Resources.
that's where we will see.
Those that offering deals.
So it's
Offering deals.
I actually love this. This took a long time. It took over 4 months of protest.
Yes, so
But during those months, a lot of people died though, because they were protesting.
Yes.
But the people in Sudan, some of them are still not happy because they are eager to see who's coming next.
Who's next?
They are chanting, "We don't want to replace a thief with a thief. We don't." Yeah.
It's like frying pan to fire.
Yes.
because
So they're really nervous about
because
it.
the defense minister, whose name is Aoud Eb Auf,
I'm not happy for that one.
I'm on my own, right? He was the one who came in as a transitional leader, but then he stepped
really?
down. He had to step down because he's just as guilty as this man. He's
he's
also a
around.
war
If you
criminal.
say him, I think it's the next
Yeah,
picture. If you
we
say
have
him,
a picture of him.
what is he defending?
I
Old
don't-
and tired,
This
95.
one is an oxygen mask.
Exactly.
So,
Come on.
so he had to step down. He stepped down and he was replaced by General Abdul Fattah Burhan. He's the General Inspector of the Armed Forces. So he's the one that's the transitional leader for the next for this period of time that they're going to figure out, do the election.
So are they going to go into democracy? They'll do election and
Well,
everything?
yes, they actually want to hand over to a civilian government. So hopefully,
I mean, he's not even that old. He's 75. He's not
I know,
even
right?
that bad.
But that's where some
because
of
we have worse.
that's where some of our leaders, like AKA Buhari, that's where their own is starting.
And the
Cameroon.
others.
Don't forget that. Too.
Yes,
so we have,
yes,
we have,
honey.
we have work. We're going to move on Glitz.
They died put on that seat.
Mama, what's going on?
What again?
Tramadol,
Hey.
codeine,
Oh.
vodka,
Hey, boy.
Indian hemp.
Hey.
Hey.
The Owerri students were getting wild and nasty.
My guy airport is
Tell me
burning.
the news.
So four students were found under the influence. 3 died, and 1 is still alive. The woman is still
what
alive.
were they doing?
They were having sex foursome. They were having sex with each other. There was 3 guys, 1 girl. And they were under the influence of tramadol, codeine, vodka, and
Whoa.
Indian hemp. So they had all sorts of drugs going in through them. They were having in the hostel in the college, in the Federal University of Technology. So they had a romp, and then eventually, I think it went out for like almost a day. And then 2 died on scene, 1 died at the hospital, and the girl is still alive. So you know that girl has stamina. So
I go finish him, I go finish him.
what we're gonna say is that we know that Africa there's a surge of tramadol,
Yes.
which is a prescription drug, and it is really being like it's coming into the market really, really fast and hard, and it's easy to acquire, and it's causing a lot of havoc. You guys have seen people nodding off, doing different things, but imagine having codeine, which is cocaine, which is in cocaine, tramadol, vodka, mixing all those substances together to have your ruckus sex or your rump and stuff like that. So what do you guys think about that?
So first of all, I'm not even a doctor, so I don't even know these drugs and what's supposed to give to your body. But if one drug is supposed to keep you calm, and the next drug is supposed to keep you high, and then the next drug is supposed to keep you level-headed, you are taking all these three at once. What do you expect your body to?
Add vodka to
and you now add vodka to it. And now you're also having sex. So the pressure, right, the blood is moving towards your panini. What do you want your body to do? No, tell me. I need my people in Africa to start thinking. I'm not a doctor, I even know this. So what the hell is going on?
The
body's gonna be doing this.
The body is a machine, you know. When you overpower it, you're not gonna get any fair results. Definitely, you're not gonna get any fair results. Definitely, it will result to death, and something bad is gonna happen.
Yes, now because there's gonna be a lot of triggering in your hormones and your nerves because you are putting too much at the same time. The sad part about it is that in Nigeria, prescription drugs are bought without prescription. That is a big problem in Nigeria.
That's the point.
Because all you need to do is bribe the pharmacist.
You don't have to bribe, honey. Just walk in there
and T, you want prescription from a doctor? I could provide you with one. My cousin is gonna sign it.
No, but at least I'm talking about the Western world. There's a certain level of verification. Even when you go with a prescription, when you go with a prescription here, they're checking it in the system.
I have a side pharmacy. I can get whatever medicine I want in the West.
You are part of the problem.
In the West.
You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Because this is why people are dying every day. Because normally when you have a prescribed drug, they check it in the system. Sometimes they even have to call the hospital to verify. Sometimes they won't even give you the drug there and then because they have to check with your insurance. And then they'll call you later and tell you that your medication is ready. But in Nigeria, all you need to do is walk into the pharmacy and order anything.
I used to work in a mental health institution, and the drugs we used to give this mental health, the mentally ill people. Oh my gosh! If one goes missing, we have to file a police report. If just one pill, because that gets them high
to a different level.
Yes. So I don't know. They're
and all the students fled the school and the hostel.
The whole school.
The whole school fled. The hostel. They fled. And then the caretaker has been arrested. And they also found Viagra, sex-enhancing drugs too.
See, this is my thing, right?
These young men in Africa taking Viagra, they are so.
You see this whole
already, so they can't even do it naturally.
If I catch you for corner, I'll go chop you up like tuwo. If I catch again, I will finish her. I will deal with you. This is what it has.
What is tuwo?
Tuwo shinkafa. It's a rice meal that is
rice balls.
Yeah,
we call it omutuwo too.
It's tuwo shinkafa. Same thing. There's a song that actually goes that way.
So you
implying that you're going to destroy the girl. Why do you need to prove yourself? I have friends that will just tell you, come, anyone that I give you, take it like that. If it's 1 minute, it's 1 hour, 1 minute, 10 seconds. If it's 2 minutes, I am okay with it. Guess what? My money is one talking. I am doing it for my own pleasure, not for your own. So if I do it and I'm okay, figure out the rest on your own.
Also,
you take drugs, Viagra, take alcohol on top of it, and then you sit down with the girl. You will finish her. 3 of you died. The girl is still standing.
She's still standing.
Say that she's a champion.
Thank you. And also, there is nothing wrong with all your sexual fantasies and adventures. Can you take that sort for like a herbal,
My dear,
even
drink water
are you taking buntashi?
Drink water and fruits.
Drink water, eat fruits, melon, bananas, melons and bananas.
You take melons? What is melons doing for you?
Let me find out something like that.
I feel like you have some herbal things that you can put in place.
He just told you.
But the scary thing is tramadol. Let's talk about that. That right there in a lot of the colleges, we've heard that, and even in
Lagos.
What was the Lagos University?
Yeah,
University of Lagos.
All of them. This is happening. Like, why is tramadol so easy?
There's actually a ban on tramadol,
Why is it all over?
That's what I'm saying.
There's a ban on tramadol.
They're not prescribing them. People are just getting them for free.
They're banning them. They keep importing this drug because it's a high seller. So the customs Tinkan Island port, they seized a couple of containers filled to the max with tramadol coming in. So it's an epidemic that we're fighting. This prescription drugs is an epidemic. It's destroying people's lives. At this point, it's even worse than taking cocaine and heroin.
Yes.
At this point, because those ones are not something that you can get easily. But the prescription drugs, you can get it anywhere. You have kids,
even
as young
now
as 10,
are addicted,
taking it.
And not to think of what those drugs causes, like things like hallucination, lethargy, stupefaction, all in one body at the same time.
Killing brain cells too.
They kill your brain.
and your body would depend on them.
Yes.
You will get to the
you
level
become
where you cannot
addicted.
even do anything. You can't even have an erection until you go take this drug.
That's why I got Viagra.
We have to go. We love you for watching. You're watching the ABS show. Come back next time right here on MinaTV.
Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.